out there, and that's the reason why this Tuskegee experiment of such that's happened to the black community, where they took the fathers out of the home and the leaders out of the community and have torn apart the community. Now they've seen that's worked, and they're doing that to America. They're attempting, they're trying.
I mean, that
It's
interview, the interview
because
magazine cover you're talking about, I think is the one where she was basically semi-naked in front of the American flag, and I thought that was pretty distasteful, actually. It was about the American dream, and I thought, well, if that's the American dream, we're all screwed. I mean, in America.
And I agree with that, and I didn't feel the platform to voice my opinion.
Her to wear, okay, y'all, so it looks like Kanye West overplayed his hand when it came to his marriage with Bianca Censori, because she just showed her hand in the craziest way possible, and she just might be walking away with 200 ml for a payday. Talk about checkmate. This entire time we thought that Bianca was Kanye's Vic and that she was being manipulated and even Abu's in the relationship, but it turns out that she might have just been playing the long game this entire time, because she just filed for divorce from Kanye, asking for half of his $400 million of fortune, and it looks like Bianca is about to become a millionaire from Kanye's shenanigans. Well, as you can imagine, Kanye is not handling this very well, because he has been crashing out big time over this, crying about how Bianca played him for his money and tricked him into getting married without a prenup. Y'all, this crash out is about to be insane and epic, so grab your popcorn and let's get into it. Why so, y'all? It's pretty crazy how Kanye clowned Kim Kardashian for being a single mom and a 3-time divorce, say, when she followed off divorce from him, but here he is, about to be on his second divorce in less than 4 years, and let me tell you, it's not looking good for him. At least the first time Kim didn't go after his money because she had her own and only asked for child support, which was pretty much 50-50, so he had it pretty good that time around. However, the second time was not the charm, because word on the streets is that he is having the worst possible drama with this divorce, because Bianca plans to take him to the cleanest during the divorce. But let's not pretend this prep was unexpected. If anything, the real shocker was that their marriage lasted as long as it did from day one. People questioned their relationship, convinced it wouldn't last the test of time. Honestly, it wasn't without reason, because something about the whole thing just didn't sit right. One more, Kanye was declaring his everlasting love for Kim Kardashian, and the next he was suddenly married to Bianca with barely any explanation. Now, at first some people figured that she was just a rebound or a way to get under Kim's skin, but after more than 2 years that assumption didn't hold much weight anymore. Even so, it seems that Bianca has had enough, and if the whispers are true, she's not just calling it quits, she's making sure the departure is sitting in stone with a nice financial cushion to soften the landing. Now, from the outset, their marriage seemed odd to everybody, and not just because of how sudden it was, because around that time Kanye was already facing heavy scrutiny, largely due to a series of comments and tweets that many interpreted as anti-Semitic. His words stirred major controversy, resulting in loss of endorsements, broken business ties, and a steep drop in public. Okay, y'all, it looks like Kanye West may have finally overplayed his hand in his marriage to Bianca Censori, because she just played hers in the most shocking way possible. And it looks like she might be walking away with a $200 million payday. Checkmate. This entire time, the public believed Bianca was Kanye's victim, manipulated, controlled, and maybe even mistreated in the relationship. But now, it's looking like she might have been playing the long game all along, because Bianca just filed for divorce from Kanye, and she's reportedly asking for half of his $400 million fortune. Yup, Bianca may be about to secure a major bag thanks to Kanye's antics. As you can imagine, Kanye is not handling it well. Sources say he's spiraling ranting that Bianca used him for his money, that she tricked him into marriage without a prenup, and that he never saw it coming. Y'all, this crash out is shaping up to be wild and epic. So grab your popcorn. What's even more ironic is how Kanye used to clown Kim Kardashian for being a single mom and going through multiple divorces. But now, here he is facing his second divorce in under 4 years. And honestly, it's not looking good for him. At least when Kim divorced him, she didn't go after his money. She had her own and only asked for child support, and that was pretty much split 50-50ths. Kanye got off easy back then. But this time, Bianca is reportedly coming for everything. Word on the street is that this divorce is about to be nasty, and she's planning to take him to the cleaners. Let's be real though, this shouldn't come as a huge surprise. If anything, the real shocker is that their marriage lasted as long as it did. People questioned their relationship from day one, convinced it wouldn't survive. And honestly, they had a point. Let's not forget, one minute Kanye was publicly declaring his undying love for Kim Kardashian, and the next he was suddenly married to Bianca, with barely any explanation. At first, many thought she was just a rebound or a way to get under Kim's skin. But after more than 2 years, that theory started to fade. Still, it looks like Bianca finally reached her limit. And if the rumors are true, she's not just leaving, she's making sure she leaves comfortably. From the very start, their marriage seemed off, not just because of how sudden it was, but also because Kanye was already facing intense backlash over his controversial public behavior, including statements many viewed as anti-Semitic. The fallout was massive. Brand deals lost, business ties broken, and his public image severely damaged.
The thing about it, me and Adidas, is like, I could literally say anti-Semitic and they can't drop me. I could say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me.
Of all the drama Kanye threw everybody for a loop by suddenly marrying Bianca, making an already M situation even more confusing. The timing had people raising eyebrows. Was this a real relationship or just the way to underscore focus from the bad class she was dealing with? Given everything going on, the whole thing felt more like a distraction than a real love story. But no matter his reasons to follow off from his comments hit hard, and Hollywood wasted no time cutting him off, and his billionaire status disappeared practically overnight. Big brands that once stood beside him quickly distanced themselves. Endorsement deals collapsed, and the public support took a nosedive with his empire crumbling. Kanye completely fell off the radar for weeks. There was no public appearances, no social media meltdowns, just total silence, and some figured he was just laying low, either reflecting on everything or coming up with his own next move. Others thought he was just trying to quietly fix his reputation, but just when it seemed like he had truly disappeared, he popped back up with the bombshell he had secretly married Bianca Censori. But the sudden marriage caught everybody off guard. But what made it even more baffling was that not even Kanye or Bianca's closest friends and family saw it coming. It wasn't just a matter of them keeping been a wedding private. No one even knew that they were romantically involved in the first place. There were no hints, no rumors, no public outings that even suggested they were anything more than just acquaintances. Their families, friends, and inner circles found out the same way the rest of the world did when photos of Kanye and Bianca started circulating online. The fact that they had managed to keep their entire relationship under wraps was shocking on its own, but viral.
Here's the sale. I suppose just a pair of shorts I want to see.
Yeah, can I get your number? Huh? Oh, damn.
Now from Kanye, who has never been one to shy away from the public attention it made even less sense. He had spent years putting every aspect of his personal life on display, from his relationships to his feuds. So for him to suddenly embrace secrecy, especially when it came to something as major as marriage, left people completely puzzled. The people closest to him weren't just surprised, They were blindsided. Those who have known Kanye for years struggled to make sense of his new chapter, while Bianca Circle was equally in the dark. The suddenness of it all raised even more questions, like how long had they been seeing each other, what led to such a rushed wedding, and most importantly, why had they kept it hidden? For example, a source revealed that Kardashians had no idea that Kanye was even seeing someone new. The source said the family isn't taking this as a marriage, yet they don't know what it is. They aren't sure if it is a PR stunt, and they are waiting to see if he files for papers. They are nervous because if it is real, she would. Out of all the chaos surrounding Kanye West, he really threw everyone for a loop when he suddenly married Bianca Censori, making an already messy situation even more confusing. The timing alone raised eyebrows. Was this a real relationship, or just a distraction to shift focus from the backlash he was facing at the time? Given everything going on, it didn't feel like a love story. It felt like a diversion. But regardless of his reasons, the fallout from his previous comments hit hard. Hollywood wasted no time cutting him off. His billionaire status? Gone almost overnight. The big-name brands that once proudly stood beside him quickly distanced themselves. Endorsement deals collapsed. Public support vanished. With his empire crumbling,